Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's third and final video. Going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's final video. So day 10 will take us to the 30th of September, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the GFS and ECM ensembles, maybe run around a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at CFSV2 at the end of the video for October, and I shall get on with that for you in a moment. Just to say about the first video sales, our 6am UK weather forecast. We've also released Jamie Friday. Check out those two vids if you'd like to do that. Like, share and subscribe on all of today's videos and content. And thanks so much everybody for doing that. We've revealed another photo for the GavsWeatherVids 2025 wall calendar. There's the front cover of our calendar there, of course. So February has dropped. Let's have a look then. There it is. That is our February 2025 image photo submitted by Connor Harper, our good friend Connor. Thank you so much, Connor, for submitting that and for being our February 2025. Thank you so much, Connor. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. We will be releasing more photos over the next 10 days as we release the remainder of the photos for this year, day by day. Tomorrow we'll be doing March, so you'll be able to see our March 2025 photo tomorrow. Thank you so much to James98 for creating our calendar for us, and thank you so much to everybody for submitting their photos and photography. Thank you so much. Right, okay, let's crack on with the video then. Well done, Connor. Let's crack on with the video. Let's start off with the CT. Central England temperature is now up to 14.7. That's 1.1 degree above the 61 to 99 average. That is provisional to yesterday, to the 19th of September. I suspect that will rise a little bit more, maybe finishing up at 14.9 some point over the weekend. And they should start coming down again next week. So maybe a low 14s finish is where we'll end up, somewhere from about 14 degrees to, well, let's say 14.5, something like that. Could be where we end up. Will be interesting to see where we're going to finish with this September. We'll keep you updated, of course we will, as we always do. These are GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're looking at Exeter today, home of the UK Met Office. The red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for Exeter. So we're starting off a little bit above average at the moment. The upper air temperatures will be returning to about normal though by the time you get through the start of next week, and then sliding away through next week, really becoming increasingly cool, if not quite cold actually, through the latter stages of next week and up to month's end. Then maybe returning back closer to average again through the first week of October. Precipitation-wise, looks unsettled from start to finish. Some heavy shower breaking out today. And, precipitation goes on then, really. Not every day wet, of course. There will be some dry days mixing too. But overall, that was a pretty wet ensemble graph, I think, for the next couple of weeks. So, cooler and wetter, or colder and wetter, basically sums it up. Temperature anomalies from the 20th to 28th of September, a little bit below average for the north, still a bit above average in the south. And precipitation anomalies from the 20th to 28th of September, wetter than average for England and Wales, still a little bit drier than north though for Scotland and Northern Ireland. The latest wind map from earthnullschool.net shows that high pressure still in control of weather just today, but there's a lot of low pressure now appearing in the Atlantic, both to the west and also to the south. This low to the west of Portugal is going to be starting to push northwards over the course of this weekend. Bringing increased risk of heavy downpours into the south. We've got easterly winds, of course, ahead, I should say. Put your teeth in, Gav, of that low at the moment. Right, let's start going through the chart data there. Mid-Summer latest UK Met Euro Reds looking midnight on Monday. Low pressure moved up from the south, looking increasingly unsettled, and that trend carries on then through next week. This low out in the Atlantic starts moving in by Tuesday to Wednesday, very unsettled Thursday, and then check that out, that's Friday next week, 27th of September, a big old dartboard right over top of the country not only bringing a lot of heavy rain, also some very strong winds with really tight packed ice bars wrapped around that low. So that could, if it came off, and it is a week away, so we've got to keep that in mind. But if that came off, that could be a named storm. That could be our first named storm of this particular storm naming season. Okay, Icon, looks like that. Again, we've got the low pressure coming up from the south on Monday, well, over weekend to Monday. And then next week, everything starts driving in from off the Atlantic. So a wet and windy look to the weather through the middle part of next week. Eventually, the low moves up towards Norway, and we bring down this much cooler, if not colder, northwesterly or even northerly wind by the end of next week. That will really knock the temperature on the head. The KMA, again, with that trough from the south through the course of the weekend into next week. And then through next week, low pressure driving in from off the Atlantic brings spells of rain in with it as well. Wind shifting around to the north, so becoming colder. Could be some ground frost down south, could be some air frost up in the north. A little bit more settled there as we get towards month's end under that little ridge. Does that hold on into October? Well, as we get into the beginning of October, we get to 2nd of October with the KMA. High pressure in the south brings a lot of dry weather. It's quite unsettled though still up in the north. But GFS, midnight run, with that thundery low over top of the country on Monday. Gets our way through Tuesday. Wednesday brings low pressure in from off the Atlantic. That brings further bouts of rain in with it. And then the second half of next week, cool or quite cold with northwesterly to northerly winds. Could be, showers along as well as rain. Could be wintry showers over Scottish mountains and night frost in the north in particular as well. By day 10, which is 30th of September, we're just starting to move in from the Atlantic. Check out that down there, though. Excuse me, that's the remains of a tropical storm and or hurricane just moving into the North Atlantic quadrant then. And then beyond that, into the extended, high pressure moves back up towards Scandinavia. Low pressure trying to come in from off Atlantic. It does bring up a warmer southerly or southwesterly flow, but still looking a little bit mixed, especially so in the south. Meanwhile, further north, high pressure keeps the northern half of the country quite a lot dry. We're back under high pressure potentially by the end of GFS. Midnight run gets to 6th of October. In fact, we're more or less back where we start. We're more or less back where we are right now. And the pattern has been repeating on and off throughout the autumn so far, with high pressure to the north and low pressure to the south. And that brings a risk of heavy rain into the south, of course, with heavy showers into the south, while the north gets a dry spell. But GFS 6Z, again, that thundery trough over the southern half of the country in particular on Monday. That moves that way to Tuesday. Then low pressure comes in from off the Atlantic from Tuesday into Wednesday. That bringing outbreaks of rain in with it. Then we go into this northwesterly to northerly flow, looking quite cold and showering in the second half of next week. And then move on up towards day 10. High pressure building through the west of Europe by month's end. So turning dry, but quite cold, I think, under that area of high pressure, with risk of some overnight frost. Into the beginning of October, high pressure eventually then moves out into the Atlantic and we start to pull down this cooler or quite cold northeasterly flow. That's how we end up with the GFS 6 there, high pressure way to west-northwest and bring in quite a chilly north or northeasterly flow there. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe. Make sure you show everyone for doing that. Why not drop a comment? And let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids and get them to subscribe too. And we thank you so much everyone for doing that. We need to put around 35 subscribers. Get us out to 18.8k. So if you could give us a sub, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Right, GM, again, with a low pressure moving up from south on Monday, bringing thundery rain with it. That moves out of the way for Tuesday. Then Wednesday and Thursday, a dart ball pushes across the country, wet, windy, and increasingly cool or quite cold with that, with winds going into the north. And this flow could bring some very wet weather into the south as well. Heading up toward day 10, we keep it unsettled with the gem, but the low pressure pushing through there on the 30th of September. It's day 10, of course, so a wet and windy end to September with the GEM. And then lastly, the ECM, again with that thundery low over top country for Monday, gets out of the way into Tuesday. pulling in this rather cool northwesterly wind. Then everything starts driving in from off the Atlantic through Wednesday and Thursday with bouts of rain associated with that area of low pressure. And eventually start pulling in quite a cold northerly wind. The air with that is originating from a long way north, again, similar to what we had last week, and so that pulls down those chillier or colder northerly winds. And we get to day 10 when we cut off that northerly little transient ridge bills through the country. That probably brings some quite cold nights though for months and for milder air with this low and rain, with this low starts moving back in from the Atlantic. This is a precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from Tech.com. So a few heavy showers and thunderstorms around today. And tonight and tomorrow has more downpours as well. They keep coming and going through the weekend, really, into the start of next week. In fact, we probably get a longer spell of thundery rain by the beginning of next week. Eventually, though, by Tuesday, all that wet weather gets out into the North Sea. Then we're watching for more rain start piling in from the Atlantic through the middle part of next week with heavy showers, longer spells of rain and whatnot. As wind turns into the north, it gets cold and showers turn wintering over the Scottish mountains again. And then that's a setup at day 10, so just a little bit drier by then, but notice more rain is lurking just out to west. These are the October table within the ECM on top of day 4, day 10 from the Icelandic Met Office gets us to the 30th of September. 26 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure north and northeast, bringing in that northwesterly flow. We've got 14 with low pressure again to the northeast. That's looking cool, maybe quite cold and unsettled. And then 11 through the north and west Europe. That also looks very unsettled too. In 2 weeks' time, though, these are the options that we've got. It'll get us to the 5th of October. 19 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure to the northwest, some sort of trough to the east, and winds coming in from right westerly direction. We've got 18 with again high pressure in the Atlantic, low pressure away to the east, and some sort of troughing from some sort of northwesterly flow, I should say. No, not low pressure, but relatively low-ish pressure with both of those options. We'll probably keep things showery. And then we've got 14 though that have genuine high pressure through the north and west Europe, and obviously that would be like the driest scenario out of the 3 that we see there. So low pressure at day 10, and then where we go at day 14, again, early October, quite uncertain. We might build up some high pressure, or we might keep it a little bit showery. And talking of October, this is how CFS is seeing October overall today. Remember, these change daily, these charts, but today's idea for the 700 millibar heights is to have low pressure to the north, high pressure to the south, and we bring in like a flat westerly flow. Driest weather would be in the south, wettest weather would be up in the north. No signal for temperatures. You would have thought westerlies in October would be relatively mildish though. And no signal for precipitation, but I reckon like drier to the south, wetter to the north, that kind of thing. We shall see. Those charts change daily, and so, you know, very much with a pinch of salt there. Right, well, we're done. If you've enjoyed the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And show everyone for Jim Matt. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids and get them to subscribe to. And we thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. I'll just tell you what's happening on the channel tomorrow. Well, over the weekend. Well, tomorrow we're going to have 6-7 UK weather forecast, the ECM WF42 day, weekend forecast, and also the regular 10 to 14 day video. Let's put that down. And then on Sunday, again, got 6 AM forecast, we'll have the 4th winter 2024-25 update. Can you believe we're already up to update number 4? It's unbelievable. So, like, we're already a quarter of the way through the updates, blimey. Anyway, update number 4, 10 AM on Sunday. I'm going to be live on Sunday tea time, and that's going to be at 5:30 this week. I'm off to City World at Sixfields on Sunday evening to see the original stars. It's Star Wars Sundays at City World at the moment, and I'm going to see A New Hope from 1977 and it'll be the first time that I've seen that film on a cinema screen since 1997. Blimey, that's how old I am. That means that the live stream, anyway, I'm off on a tangent now. Live stream will be at 5:30 until 6:30 this week, if that's all right with everyone. So I'll have a chat about the fourth winter update. We'll do a 10 to 14 day, and as it's so live stream, there will be long range included this week, I think, from the surface of the Beijing Climate Centre. So it's going to be an epic weekend, lots to look forward to. Keep checking back to the channel. But for this video, that's all for now, and thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon. Bye for now.